For those of us that kept playing Warzone 2 since the launch, we know the amount of bugs still in this game over a half a year later, and we've eagerly anticipated every single update. New content is what we need, and after reading this post, it's what we got. Of course, a lot of the content for any of my fellow Warzone 1 players, this content's not going to be so new. Tempered plates, allowing you to take 2 plates instead of 3 for the same amount of health. Redeploy drones to fly around the map. Gulag entry tokens to get another try at the Gulag. Deployable buy stations, calling in a buy station wherever you want, whenever you want. Portable zone bubbles so you can run out to the gas, keep yourself safe for a short period of time. And even being able to find perks in boxes as you run around. Outside of gameplay, we're seeing a return of Plunder, although that will be mid-season, as well as Ranked, which is going to be Trios, also mid-season. And even Resurgence coming to the big map. While that is most of the update, there is still new stuff we haven't seen. You can buy individual perks from the buy station, similar to buying individual guns. UAV towers will be available to use just like in DMZ, giving you a local proximity UAV. But we still have to wait for mid-season. We don't have other info yet. The biggest new progress for Warzone 2 is in DMZ, which is a mode that I was skeptical on at first, but has quickly become one of my favorite things about the game and what I see has the most potential for the future with it. The best update here being that you can set aside your operator. If you're already on an exfil streak, you got a satchel, self-res, you don't want to waste that life and go in solo because your buddy's not on yet, you can set that operator aside and play with your hatchet runner. There's also a new faction, which means more missions to do. A barter system at buy stations to let you trade items, although this is not a player market. There's a workbench where you can now modify your contraband weapons, taking off bad attachments, even adding good ones. 2 new bosses to kill, and even a new contract that'll help you with resets, focusing on giving you armor, bags, and gear. Across the whole update, the biggest news for me comes down to sniping. Of course, they're adding the intervention, but they also mentioned in the notes there is a crucial change coming to sniper rifles. They are so bad that I'm hoping they come up with something good here, but we don't know specifically what that is. So I'm not getting my expectations too high. I got to dedicate a solid 20, 30 minutes into whatever I am doing here. I cannot leave. The kid starts yelling, wife's yelling, dogs barking, whatever. All right, here it is. Warzone 2.0 overview. Massive resurgence imminent. Prepare to plunder once more. Plunder's coming back. A host of additions and new features. Redeploy drones for Almaz. And that doesn't even specify just for the resurgence mode. Protect yourself from tempered plate carriers. Wait, the tempered perk is coming back? That makes it so you only need 2 plates instead of 3 to get the same effect. At least that's how it was in Warzone 1. Get perk packages in season. Maybe we'll get new packages that we can... I guess we can already customize it, though. UAV towers appear in Battle Royale as well. DMZ reaches a new level. Bring and buy items with a new barter system. Take on a new contract and additional missions from the new Redacted faction. And tinker on your contraband workbench before facing off against 2 new bosses. Damn! And dropping into a unknown thing. So we'll be able to work on our contraband guns. I don't know about that, actually. I don't know. Ranked play arrives also at the mid-season. Yep, the much-anticipated experience, proving ground, still inches from competition. Okay, that's going to be mid... it does say mid-April, though. So, what? Try out the World Series of Warzone. Oh, okay. All right, Resurgence coming to Al Mazrah. Fans of the fast-paced Resurgence mode will have a new version of Resurgence to look forward to, in addition to the Ashika Island remaining as a game mode option. That's good. They're not removing Ashika. A new version called Massive Resurgence. Resurgence mode on a larger scale. The count will be increased to fit Al Mazrah. That is really good. I was worried about this if they decided to do a smaller size. So prepare to take on dozens of duos or other squad sizes depending on the weekly playlist offering. Plunder is arriving mid-season. This has been a massive mode in Warzone 1. In particular, Plunder was really a good mode for just going in and grinding weapons, especially if you didn't go in and buy the other game. This was the casual experience that let a lot of people just go in, practice a game, even just play for a little bit without being forced to, like, okay, you got to focus on the game for the most part or you're going to die. Same thing even in DMZ. You die there, you lose all your gear. Like, there's no just casual, hey, just hop in for a little bit, need to go AFK, come back, whatever, just quick respawn mode, if that's how they decide to keep it here. But that has been a missing key element, I think, from this game that is obviously also still missing a lot of the competitive side of the game, too, where, you don't have ranked, which is now going to be coming, too. Warzone 2.0 is adding this mode at the launch of the year from 3 years ago, Plunder, launching with Season 3, it says. For those who have experienced this fun and frantic mode, Plunder's respawn-enabled squad against squad mode where the team is the most cash wins. Yeah, I guess if you guys don't even know this, the overall premise is you're just going in and hunting cash rather than other players. You can get kills. It doesn't really matter. You can take the cash from the other people, so there is that kind of benefit. But basically, you're going in to try and get as much cash. So you want to loot. You want to do contracts, get cash. It's a great way to earn XP. And then whichever team, after a certain amount of time, has the most cash wins. Cash can be earned by eliminating players, picking up their valuables, scavenging supply boxes, loot caches, or completing contracts and in-game events. Operators can use their loadouts right from the first drop and will redeploy with a reduced portion of their current cash if eliminated. So you die, you lose some of your cash. So as you gear up for ranked play and continue to prove your Battle Royale prowess, focus on Plunder is an excellent way to practice with your loadout before hopping into competitive matches because most of the core gameplay mechanics, including health and armor, are similar between Plunder and Warzone 2 modes, which is true versus the regular multiplayer. My core gripe with Plunder, though, is like even they said they acknowledge how people play this mode, but that's not the main purpose of the mode. Now, they did tweak Plunder at certain points where when you get kills, you can take the other player's cash and they drop extra cash in addition to the cash they drop. So it's a more kill-focused Plunder. But, like, I don't want to just run around and loot cash the whole time. Like, the point of it is to practice. So it'd be better if we had an actual mode that was more designed for how people play the mode. I never won Plunder, but I would constantly get insanely high kills and do really well in it, but it's because I didn't care. Like, I wasn't playing the objective. I was playing for why I wanted to play the mode. And I think a lot of people played the mode that way. That's always been my core gripe with the mode when people are like, oh, you got to bring back Plunder, whatever. It's like, oh, you know. This mode is a great opportunity to live fire test some loadouts or level up new guns. Exactly, right? New Gulag also coming to Al Mazrah. Get your last duels in for the first 2.0 Gulag now because Season 3, eliminated operators will enter new Gulag in Al Mazi. Every season in the first game, they would release new Gulags for us to play in. And a lot of them were even throwback maps to old school Call of Duty maps, which is really cool. If it's not closed due to time during the match, this is known as the Black Site, which is separate from the Black Site. Call of Duty, what are we doing here, guys? A super stronghold that appears in the Battle Royale. Like, why name it the same thing now? Do we got to name it the same exact thing? Is that not going to cause confusion? All right. A training ground for operators wanting to return to the Warzone. This roughly rectangular asymmetrical map, that's interesting, has several interior spaces and long external routes. The Black Site Gulag's current location is redacted. Thank you for including that for us. Those who own Modern Warfare 2 can get some practice on the Black Site and learn its routes by playing Gunfight and hopping in private match. Okay, so you could practice out a little bit, I guess. Adjust your personal meta accordingly. Warzone 2.0 is getting some new features across all its Battle Royale modes alongside a massive research in Plunder, which will be further detailed in our tactical overview blog. Redeployed drones coming to Al Mazi. These have been over Ashika Island. These drones operate like those accessible on Ashika, so get used to them by playing more Resurgence and Mini Royales. Cool. Tempered plate carrier. So let's see if this is the same as it was. Another Caldera first feature. There you go. Tempered plate charges change how your operator handle their plates. With tempered equipped, your armor will have 2 half bars instead of 3 thirds bars, making it easier and more effective to replate after one or both are cracked. It still has the same total amount of health. Still has 150 health, but instead of being spread over 3 bars, it's just 2, so you plate faster, obviously. First seen in DMZ, UAV. They don't mention how you get this, though. I'm assuming this is a perk, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. First seen in DMZ, UAV towers are vital fixed sources that can be activated during a match to give you intel on your enemy's position. These are actually really cool on DMZ. They're super OP because you control that, and they cannot be override hacked. I think that, in my opinion, that should be a feature if you can successfully pull that off or knock somebody. Regardless, they let you really lock down a zone, but other people know when you call it in. So if you activate this UAV tower, it's like a 3-second cast. You go up to it and hack into it. It gives you a free local UAV, similar to how it was back on Rebirth Island, if you remember those local proximity UAVs. Although it's even a bigger radius in DMZ. We'll see how it is on this. And it lets you, even tell the difference between height above and below, if it's AI or not, based off your TAC map there. So it goes for a few dozen meters, so it's not a crazy distance. Quick word of warning to those ready to punch into each tower, operators will receive an audible notification for UAV towers activated, and an icon for towers will be visible in red on the TAC map and overworld. So the overall map, people will know you are in that area with the UAV up. So do keep that in mind at least. More to come at the mid-season, including decontamination stations. In addition to the above, expect even more new and returning features and items within Warzone 2.0 arriving with the mid-season update, including decontamination stations. Those who spent time in Caldera know the power of this life-saving field upgrade, which can create a bubble of safe air to protect operators from toxic circle collapse. This was not super important in Warzone 1. It basically put down a dome. If you guys have played Apex Legends, it's like the dome there, or even the blue zone grenade in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds that will protect you from the outside zone. But in this game, the gas is far more deadly. You can't use stims to stay alive outside of zone. You can't get extra gas masks from the buy stations because they close so quickly. There is a lot less playmaking options to where this could have a lot more value, especially because you can keep field upgrades in your bag, which you have 6 slots for, which is far different than how the last game worked. Yeah, you can carry a bag full of stims, but in this game, if you take the stim outside of zone, as we all know, doesn't actually do anything. They nerfed the hell out of that. So this could actually make for some very cool plays and some options. After it's in the wild, you can place it almost anywhere. It lasts for several seconds, which can be the difference between surviving a final circle and succumbing to it. Yeah, it can let you get your plates back up. It can let you recharge your health, especially if you got a couple of them. Could lead to a lot of problems, but typically this was visible on the map when it was called in. So that's how you counter it. You know exactly where the person is. They don't mention it here, but I would assume it's going to be similar. Perk package items as well, in addition to the loophole for Season 3 in the preset perk packages, which can be found in supply boxes. Wait a second, dude. Specific lower rarity perks are available at buy stations. Based on the perk packages from Season 1 and 2, these items are incredibly valuable given their passive benefits, helping Warzone operators who opt not to obtain loadout drops be on the same level as those who do. Alternatively, these perk packages can make the early game a bit more interesting, especially to those who secure areas, collect cash, reap the rewards of scavenging around the map. So you can just go buy a perk package from stations, and they can be found. This is one of the things I loved about Warzone 1 is it brought people out of camping because you could go run around and continue to loot to go get additional perks on top of what you're already running. Deployable buy stations. Continuing the list of returning items is deployable buy stations as well. Yeah. A portable version of the buy station with limited stock, especially helpful in buy station deserts, although there will be more buy stations across Battle Royale overall as well. Excellent. This is one of the reasons I never, ever go to malls, because the only buy station that's close to it inside city is always camped by 5 different stories of floors and 50 buildings. Some of the spots are so bad in the game, this can give you more options, plus better options at the end game as well. If you need to buy a teammate back, and there's no more buy stations, and now the teammate can just go AFK. Because they're always dead, mainly me, but dude's got to eat. Gulag entry kit as well. One last literal small item with a massive potential impact is a Gulag entry kit. For those who find one in Battle Royale matches and perish beyond their initial Gulag visit can re-enter the Gulag. This means those who can clutch up the 1v1 have another chance to be redeployed. So this is like finding the redeploy that instantly brings you back. You get a token to go to the Gulag again, of course, before the Gulag actually closes. I always say it takes 5 steps backwards to take 1 step forwards. I'm constantly proved correct time after time again here, and I think this is just another, at least we're finally catching up. This is looking really nice, man. I like these changes a lot. DMZ overhaul. Okay, this is the DMZ news here. Season 3, obviously, is... A lot has been talked about. I'm even seeing barter system here. This is some of the stuff we talked about that was leaked. We had a little bit of an overview on. Workbench, that's going to be for the contraband weapons and more. Let's see what details we have here. So barter system, one of the biggest additions since the launch of DMZ is the barter system, a way to reward operators who stock up on items and can reach a buy station to swap them for other valuables. Okay, so this is not what was leaked. In general, the trader may not have what you want, but they will always have what you need. What does that mean? There's no peer-to-peer trading through this system, but of course, so that's kind of like the peer-to-peer they're talking about, like in Tarkov, where you have an open market that you can use to trade for specific keys, trade cash, whatever it is, or even trade specific items. But of course, you are free to still swap items during a match with friendly operators, especially those who operate taxi services, as we heard. The workbench, though. Okay, another major addition to DMZ is the workbench, which can be found in your buy stations and allows you to modify contraband weapons. Interesting that it's done in raid here, actually. That is very interesting. But the nominal cash fee as well. The workbench allows an operator to add attachments they have unlocked for the contraband's weapon platform onto a piece of contraband or remove them piece by piece. Helpful for those items that have a 5.5x that doesn't fit the fast-paced SMG. Why would that ever happen? But some people build it. The amount of people that put a damn Raptor optic on the snipers, let me tell you what. Or when a sniper has the extended mag, I mean, it's not the worst. The workbench will become another way to spend that hard-earned cash on something impactful for that infiltration and beyond. The thing that I would be curious about with this too is, like, a lot of times, I mean, I guess I already have 3 insured slots, so the contraband's not a super big deal for me. I don't even use contraband weapons. Yeah, so it's not that, but you'd have to use it in game. So you'd have to go in and stand in front of the buy station and risk yourself getting shot at by somebody else to do that. Active duty operate. Yes, no way. Hold on. In Season 3, you won't just have one operator infiltrate the denied areas. Every player will start with 3 active duty slots, which equates to having 3 separate operators who have their own on-soldier items. These items include your backpack, plate carrier, kill streak, self-res, and gas mask. For every infiltration, you can choose which active duty operator you want to bring, meaning that you can calculate the risk to whatever mission you want to tackle for this type of experience. Yes, dude. So if you want to go in on Building 21, go crazy, you can have an operator with its own streaks, its own plate carrier, everything set for that. If you want to just go in as a hatchet run, right? You want to go in with nothing. Your buddies aren't on yet. You can set a different operator and then go play, this is my solo operator that I want to go in with, and still have my other one so I can just even back out of a game. This is awesome. You can put your character aside and run something else. For example, you can have an active duty operator saved for your main story missions and Building 21 runs, stacked up with a 3-plate carrier, self-reses, and more, then have another that is built for scavenging items with nothing but a 1-plate carrier to their name. Exactly. And they're doing a new faction as well? Okay. Redacted. Special Operations. An unknown faction is coming to Season 3 and will have 3 of its mission tiers at launch, plus 2 more mid-season. New and remixed missions, contracts. Infinity Ward is introducing a new set of faction missions for upcoming season, as well as a new contract. That's a secure supplies contract, which flags containers in the exclusion zone with essential gear for this experience. This is a great way to get your operator built up after a previous run in DMZ where you have failed to extract. I think what this is saying is that it gives you a contract that takes you to a box, like a more guaranteed come-up gear. So if you're really just looking for like a satchel or a bag right off the rip, you prioritize doing this contract versus like maybe you do a radiation for gas or gas mask or whatever. I don't know why you wouldn't just always run that though. Like maybe you get less cash from it, but you get items. Now they're also doing new bosses. Operators should prepare to face new threats across the various exclusion zones, as there's not 1 but 2 that Intel suggests. Intel also suggests the deep underground in Al Mazrah. Okay, so they don't give us the details, but there's. I just hope that these bosses are harder than what Bomb Maker is on Ashika. Maybe you shoot these, they blow up. That would be pretty sick. All right, I'm kind of hyped. We have plenty more to share as part of the dedicated DMZ blog to be released for Season 3, including a new backpack and plate carrier types. What? Plate carrier, maybe like self-regens or something? Bro. It's probably the tempered where it's going to take 2 plates to... Yep, that's got to be it. And then Warzone Ranked. Okay, this is our first details on Ranked for Warzone, guys. This, please, assemble the trio. So it is going to be trios. I wasn't sure what that was going to be. That's cool with me. And prepare the road for top 250. Developed by Treyarch and Ravensoft, acts as the proving grounds for the true test of trios wanted to become the best in the world. Now, my question is this going to be the same way that the game is currently set up? Because the way that it's set up right now, it's not as competitive, I think, as it could be. Then we also have at the end here, general overview Alejandro and Valeria arrive. Prepare for the long-range interventions. Enter Black Cell, an exciting new offering. Operators and exclusive items will be available for Season 3. Introducing Recruit a Friend. New Sniper. Here it is, man. The new Sniper, the intervention. Few weapons in Call of Duty history evoke the feeling that the new Sniper gives veterans of the franchise, and perhaps the other new weapons in the season will become legends in their own right. Hard-hitting 408 rounds. Well, we'll see just how hard they hit. The Cronin Squall Battle Rifle. Bullpup Semi-Automatic Rifle. The Trophy Hunt event. The hunt is on for Season 3. Be ready to unleash your inner competitor by taking part in the Trophy Hunt event in Season 3, beginning 48 hours after launch. During this event, every player will drop a trophy, a small decorative challenge coin, whenever they're eliminated in any mode. These trophies can also be earned by performing specific tasks, such as opening supply boxes. So everybody who's a bot and can't get kills still got something to get. These trophies can then be exchanged for items shown in the Event tab, including weapon blueprints, vehicle skins, battle pass token, tier skips. Those who redeem enough items will also unlock some exclusive operator skins. That's actually kind of sick. More details of this event will be available as part of Season 2 Tactical Overview. I like that. Mid-season camo challenge as well will be in there. This is like the Ashika event that they've been running for the Battle Pass, I guess, but a little different. I kind of like that twist. Okay, and here's the new Battle Pass offering, Black Cell. For some operators, winning's only half the battle. They want to let their opponents know exactly who is truly a force to be reckoned with. Enter Black Cell, brand new Battle Pass offering launching Season 3, which is set to replace the current Battle Pass bundle. The regular Battle Pass will still be available each season. Let's see what the trailer is. I mean, the skin looks pretty cool. As part of this $30 offering, Black Cell will include over 7,000 COD points. Oh boy, here we go. Everything that was originally in the Battle Pass, along with additional exclusive content. Access to the full Season 3 with 20 skips, COD points awarded through the pass, Black Cell Operator, Pro-Tuned Weapon Blueprint, Vehicle Skin, Finishing Move, an exclusive Black Cell sector within the Battle Pass, immediately unlocking adjacent sector to the Black Cell, additional Black Cell only Battle Pass content. So this is a Battle Pass cell then, with skins and stuff. Battle Pass being updated, automatic pathing for it. I thought they mentioned this was already going to be a thing. The Battle Pass is going to be streamlined. Those who don't mind what they earn first, I think we get the idea there. Introducing Recruit a Friend. I think we get the idea there. New prestige levels, challenges. Yeah, they come out with new prestiges every season. Every 50 levels, you technically go up a prestige. You can't really tell. Honestly, I feel like they should come back with what they had in Cold War. I think it was Cold War. They had it so you could get items with your prestige token. So every time you prestige, you got a token, and then you can get stuff. That's how I got that super cool ZRG skin back in the day. Discord integration for PC. The place to talk and hang out is now integrating with Call of Duty. Season 3 Beanox will be integrating Discord with Call of Duty for PC players, starting with Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Well, I'll tell you what, if you guys want to use my server, we always have people looking for games. We even have people in the server right now that are getting some games in with each other, and you can click in and, if it's integrated, maybe you could just instantly join games. You don't even need to deal with the adding, which is actually pretty good on this game. It's not the worst. Patch notes available next week. In addition to the blog post about the update, the studio will be releasing patch notes that'll detail the changes coming for this season update. Out of combat overview, tune into major qualifiers. No thanks. Upgrade the Modern Warfare 2. Get rewards for Warzone 2.0 plus access to a ton of content. Call of Duty League. Upgrades to Modern Warfare 2. Get rewarded in Warzone 2. Patch notes will include weapon balancing updates, such as a crucial change to sniper rifles. They're nerfing snipers again, dude? What is wrong with these guys? It has been since Warzone 1 came out. Every couple months, if not every year, they nerf them. Nerf them. Worst bullet velocity. Can't one-shot anymore. Sorry, Car 98, K-Swiss, trash. All the way till the end of the game, kept nerfing the crap out of them. Then Warzone 2 comes out. Guess what? Snipers are still too good. No more one-shot headshots. Velocities, in the actually, velocities are okay. They actually did increase the velocity of quite a few of the guns. They're quite easy to use. In my opinion, what they should do is decrease the velocities of the guns so you actually have to have some skill to use them, and then make them so they can still one-shot, but only to the head, even if it's not a neck one-shot or something. Could be a buff. What, they're going to change their ways? It's been 4 years, man. Now they're going to change? Please let it be a buff. Until then, I'm going with history repeating itself. Now, maybe the buff will be because they're adding the intervention and they don't want everybody to hate them because the intervention is so terrible. It does say that this is 408 rounds, so they're a lot more powerful, right? Maybe this is finally the sniper that can hit the one-tap headshot. Maybe that'll be the changes. I'm just not getting my hopes up. Boom. There. That's the end of it.